You see, my question for you this today is, how deliberate are you about your health? You see, if you are not deliberate about your health now, or you're not deliberate about it today, in the future, you'll be the one who will pay the price. Although you might have to put others at discomfort, such as, they'll be running here and there, running helter skelter and the rest of them. But, you also bear a part of the consequence. How will you bear part of the consequence? Because you will lie on the hospital bed and, all those, your wishes that you anticipated or you wanted to come true, they would not be able to come true anymore, because you just be there and just be asking yourself, had I known, oh, I wish I had knew, hey, I wouldn't have this, I wouldn't have that. But by that particular time, it will now be something of regret. There will be very little or nothing as to what you can actually do at that particular time. And for you not to actually come to that particular state, it therefore means that now you should be very deliberate in decisions, actions, and choices that you actually make as regards your health. This is from the smallest, the most smallest or the most minutest thing that you actually put into your mouth. The most minutest thing you put into your nose or nostrils. The most minutest thing you put into your eyes. The most minutest thing that actually happens to even your skin. You understand? Your cream alone, the kind of cream you use alone, can create a problem for you that it will take almost a lifetime to get it solved. Currently now, a lot of people are going for, they are going for BBL and all kind of plastic surgery. Or just because they believe that there is somebody out there that they want to please. You see, all of those kind of surgeries that you may be going for, the truth remains that, 99% of, or 95%, if not 100% of those people who are going for those surgeries, you and I know that, in the near future, you are going to be hopping from hospital to hospital. I'm not an antagonist, and I have nothing to gain when you are hopping from one hospital to the other. But the truth of the matter remains that, for every surgery that you actually do or that you actually undergo as a human, your body never remains the same anymore. And it's even worse in cases of plastic surgery. Every surgeon that is watching this now, or if you know any surgeon, go and show them this video. They will confirm what I'm saying to you. You understand? I'm not here to actually discourage you from doing surgery to do a kind of, modification, whatever, If it becomes a necessity, I don't have a problem with it. But if it's not a necessity, you are the one who is doing the elective surgery just because you want to look beautiful, you want to whatsoever kind of I laugh at you. But that's by the way. Let's go about to food. You see, food is something that, we'll talk about surgery. Surgery is selective, meaning that you are the one who can decide to go for it or not to go for it. How about food? Food is an essential. That means an average human can only go for as maximum as 21 days. Average, I didn't say all, can only go for 21 days without food. And in most cases, it must be that they are on water. That's how long that they can actually go. So that means that, we cannot completely live our life outside of food. And in that 21 days, I've forgotten the right medical terms now, but there is a way that the body actually survives when food is no longer coming in. One of the methods that it survives, that it goes to the muscles and it breaks down fat, or what you refer to as fat. We call it adipose tissues. It goes there to break down adipose tissues, to release energy, to power, or to keep this human, or to keep this individual alive. So why is collecting energy from there could keep this individual alive and other cellular activities? The body, in another way again, is also, cells, lively cells are also eating dead cells. They are eating it to give themselves energy or to remain alive. So that's another way that they actually keeping themselves alive, or keeping this individual alive. You understand? So it's a very unique way that, that the human stays alive when he or she is without food for an extended period of time. So this means that food is a necessity for human living or for human existence. And the kind of food that we eat on a day-to-day basis will produce everything that will become, from the crown of our head to the sole of our feet. From how you look, if you become fit, if you become healthy, if you become obese, if you become sick, all kind of such actually being modified or will be altered by the kind of food you eat. If you're somebody who eats anyhow, you eat junks, take carbonated here and there, take energy drinks here and there, you eat all kind of food, you eat without regulation, you eat without, thinking twice. Sooner than later, you're going to have all kind of funny health conditions, from kidney issues heart issues. You're going to have high blood pressure. If you're not careful, insulin resistance will be there. From insulin resistance, you're going to have, all kind of heart diseases, heart failure, cardiac arrest, heart attack, you're going to have high blood pressure. You're going to become diabetic. And, atherosclerosis, all kind of funny health conditions. And, if you're not even careful, or if you become very unfortunate in this your escapade, your kidney might also be a part and parcel of this challenge that you will go through. You understand? So, you not being deliberate about the kind of things you eat is, is putting your life on the line, or putting your life in danger rather. Now, how do you mean being deliberate? Like I always tell people around me, I say, I don't eat food for its sweetness, its bitterness, or whatever. I eat food on the basis that, this food will become nutritious to my body. And that's the same philosophy I also preach. I gave a definition about, balanced diet some time ago on one of my other channels. I talk about health and fitness, and I said that is now the modern definition of balanced diet. Now, what does that definition state? That definition states that a balanced diet is any meal or diet that contains all the necessary classes of food in relation to the physiological need of the individual that a particular meal or that particular diet is meant for. This means that a balanced diet for Mr. A may not necessarily be the balanced diet for Mr. B, and the balanced diet for Mr. B may not necessarily mean the balanced diet for Mr. C. Meaning that from individual one to the other, the kind of balanced diet that each of us needs vary. This is because we have different physiological needs. We have people who are ectomorph. We have people who are mesomorph. We have people who are endomorph. We have people who are mesomorphic. ectomorphic mesomorph. We have people who are endomorphic mesomorph. You understand? So this is just on body somatotype. How about people who have health issues? Various health issues means that their own kind of balanced diet are also not going to be the same, because their own kind of balanced diet is also going to vary by the kind of health issues that they are having. How about gene? There might be people who in the family this is how they are made up of, or in this family this kind of unique health issues that this particular family has. So this kind of people, you can't just jam them and every other group of people together and give them one kind of food and you classify it as balanced diet. You understand the concept now? So this is the reason why when it comes to the issue of your health, your well-being, your fitness, and the rest of them, as regards to what you can deliberately do to elongate your well-being as well as your lifespan, these are actions that you can do. You have to be very deliberate. You don't need anybody to push you, unless you are not interested in, having a useful lifespan. Let me just put it like that. But if you are deliberate, you are very intentional about having a useful and a productive lifespan, you must put all of these factors into consideration. You understand? So that's what you must actually understand. There are things you shouldn't eat, things you should not eat. There are times that you should eat and there are times that you should not eat. Then there are times that, some certain food, you must eat them at that particular time. The reason why you are eating them at that particular time is not because you have the money. It's not because they are sweet. You are eating them at that particular time because of the necessity that your body require. And it is those food, and it is at that particular time that those food will become needed by your body. So it's the reason why you actually you're actually putting all of those kind of things into consideration and all kind of stuff like that. So today I'm asking you now, tell me in the comment section, how deliberate are you about your health? This is Deficit Podcast. Do want to like this video and subscribe to this channel. I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.